Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager number 810S-DBA. This is a drip cap is what this is. This is their 810S drip cap. The DBA stands for the dark bronze anodized finish. MIL will get you the mill aluminum, and GLD will get you the gold anodized finish. But DBA would be compatible with your dark bronze anodized aluminum storefront, with your oil rubbed bronze exterior hardware. Now, there are two typical drip caps. There's the one that mounts at the bottom of the door, and that's usually about a 9/16 projection. Then there's the one that mounts at the header. That's about 2.5-inch projection. And there is a link below this video to that document, or that drawing showing the dimensional properties, and that is indeed 2.5. Just trying to get that even up on the top. 2.5, and then you've got about 1.5 inch overall height. So just to give you some typical reality check type dimensions, it looks to be completely accurate. Now, in that drawing, it shows that you're going to mount it to the head, and it will cover the top of the door. People that make a living in construction, and those that focus on door installation work, and then there are those that focus on working with like condominium associations, and they deal with doors all the time. Once they've installed a drip cap, it becomes standard practice for them, because what they learn, either intentionally or they'll take advice from us, or they will think about it themselves, install a drip cap, and then all of a sudden this mystery intrusion of water has completely gone away. It's that severe of an awakening when you install drip caps, where you will always use them. They're incredibly effective at the top of the door. I had a client with a typical concrete cement block construction, face brick, furring, insulation, drywall, and somehow water was getting the carpet wet. And there was no evidence of it anywhere on the exterior sill. Ripped the threshold up and it's dry. Well, it was coming through the top, and it was getting down into the installation and hitting that carpet. And it was getting inside of there because it was able to intrude into the header and pool in the top of there. The jamb was tipped back a little bit so that water would just roll to the inside face. And as soon as the client added that drip cap, the problem went away. Literally a piece of hardware that would cost $20, $30, $40 solved this significant problem. And again, people in the know, people who make a living, they install them all the time. Now, standard practice for a drip cap is that it runs long over the width of the door, meaning this happens to be a this happens to be a 52-inch piece, because this client is installing it on a 4-foot door, hollow metal frame with 2-inch jambs. 2 plus 48 plus 2, that's where your 52-inch comes in. A more common size is the 40-inch, because you've got 3-foot hollow metal, 40-inch. If you're dealing with sizes other than hollow metal doors and frames, standard practice is that they literally run long, is what they do. And when you think about their effectiveness, think about a movie theater. I see it all the time. Pair of exit doors down the long hallway of a movie theater. You've got a 30-foot tall facade, brick face to the building, because of the nature of the building, very tall. And you've got all that surface area of, who knows, 100 feet by 30 feet, all that water collecting, trickling down the face. The ability to have that hit this, drive it off and away, and then down, or at least lip over and then down, prevents it from getting inside. That's where you're going to use a drip cap. 40-inch, again, the most common size. It's in the website in lots of different lengths, everything from really short to really long, like 8 foot. Well, actually, some that are going to be in 100-inch if you're doing a pair of 4-foot doors. If you have need for a custom length, by all means, let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and simply indicate in the comment field the length that you'd like for us to cut the material back to, and we'll be happy to do that. We're going to save you the trouble of cutting it. We're going to position that first slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge, and then the proper distance center to center as well. And speaking of that slotted hole, screws are included in a complementary finish. There are slotted holes that are there, and it allows you to tailor that so that it's level. Okay, you'll be able to pick up a drip cap that's not level from across the parking lot. So it's there to help mitigate the problem of a misdrilled hole when you're pre-drilling the holes. If that drill bit's walked a little bit before it pierces in, whether it's steel, aluminum, wood, fiberglass, stainless, bronze, whatever you're drilling into, gives you some tailoring there. You want to use a center punch. The other problem that you can have with installing this, not so much related to ordering it the proper net length, indicating in the comment field, and that's how we'll send it to you, but if you have an existing installation and it's mortar filled in there. If you're doing a new installation and you know that drip caps, if you're a mason and you know drip caps are going to go in, be the hero and take a piece of 1 inch or half inch would do it, insulation, like white rigid styrofoam, and put a piece of it in there along the header and then tape it in place and then forget about it. That's so that the poor guy who's going to go in and drill those holes for the drip cap, he's going to hit insulation. Because if it's mortar back there, then a task that should really be just several minutes turns into an epic parade of needing lots of drill bits. So that's, I guess, a pro tip, having installed these in the past. Would be a handy way to accommodate that. There's a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure that will allow you to review the 810S along with that smaller one, the 770S I mentioned earlier. That little one is going to go at the bottom of your door. Very effective to have an integrated drip cap at the bottom. There is other interlocking pieces there from Hager. There's also a link to a document called Template, but that's really just a technical drawing of the item. And then there's also a link to the product catalog, which will allow you to see the one page that this item is coming out of from the full line product catalog. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Hager products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. The name Hager is synonymous with many items, builders hardware related. Hager is able to supply you with everything from the hinges, which is really their namesake, Hager hinge, to the door closers, to the exit devices, to the lock sets, to the electrified hardware, to the weather stripping. They basically sell everything for the opening except the door and frame, and it's my hunch that they're probably working on that as well. If you have any questions on the Hager, they're part number 810S in a DBA finished drip cap or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.